guys, welcome back to the Keystone Central Railroad. I want to give you a quick layout update on the yard tracks. I'm feeling a little camera shy today, so I think I'll stay behind the camera. So I'm going to do this old school style. Anyways, looking at this track plan, I'll give you a quick shot of it. It's been a while since I've shown this, and there may be some new subscribers that haven't seen the track plan. But this is my current track plan, and the yard area which I'm working on is right up here. And as we're standing here looking at this, we'd be right here in this general area. So this is the yard, and I said my yard does have curves in it, so I'm going to discuss that here in a little bit, and I'll show you what I've got done. And then on this side we have the yard lead, which I will point out here later, and my three stall engine bay with the tracks leading to that. Now I do want to share something else with you in this update. I decided to add something to this plan on my own that's not shown on here, and I'll discuss that here as I move forward with this video. Now let's look what I did in the yard area. As I pan down here, I got my turnouts in, and I started laying the yard tracks. Now my yard tracks are all in except for one there you see in the middle. I happened to run out of flex track, so I have some on order. As soon as it gets here, I will be finishing that. But it is a 4-track yard. Now the plan called for 2.5 inch track center spacing. If you recall my last video, I said I was going to go with 2-inch track spacing. Before I laid track, and I kind of drew some things out over in the curves and I tested it out, the 2-inch track spacing was going to give me problems on the curve part of the layout. So I had to make some changes there, but I come up with an idea whenever I decided to do the 2-inch spacing. I had area down here between the last yard track and the fascia, and I come up with an idea for that I really liked, like I said, whenever I decided on the 2-inch spacing. And as you see the line there, that is going to be used, but I thought, man, I didn't have a place for a program track, and I really wanted one without having to build one at like a workbench or something like that. Well, I had that space, and it's a good 9-foot run from there all the way right around here would be about 9 feet long. And I thought, I have that whole area that nothing's in it. Why not set up a program track there, and it would be long enough that I could do speed matching my locomotives too. And I figured, at the same time down in this here area I could get a little cart, and I could actually what I would have to do is wire in my PCP panel for my power cab in here, and that would be used for my programming track, because these UTP panels are connected to the Smart Booster, which does not have a program track option. So I have to do it the old since I have the power cab, I have to do it the old way with the power cab itself separated from the layout itself. So I would just use the PCP panel and the USB connect and everything, and have my laptop or whatever down here, and I could just hook it up with JMRI and do everything I need to do down here. And then I decided to take it one step further. I thought, well, boy, instead of having it just a dedicated separate track, if I could tie it into the layout somehow, that'd be even better. So what I decided to do was that end down there will end right here. That'll end right there. Nothing after that. But bear with me as I move around here. Like I said, I'm just doing a quick update, and I don't feel like being in front of the camera today. So down here, right in this general area, the three engine facility tracks will come around, and that's a general spot where the diesel facility is going to be, the engine house is going to be. Not exactly right there, but there. As you can see, I laid my cork pad today too. That's still drying. I had to lay this section, this whole section, and that section that you see the engine house is sitting on. So I just laid that. It's still drying. You can see I have it pinned up. And some of the yard track's still drying too. But anyways, back to what I was saying. How to tie that program track into the layout and make it useful. So on the inside track leading to the engine facility, which would be this bay right here, I ordered a Walthers curved turnout, and it's going to go right in here off of that track, and that's going to be able to bring that right in here, and that will tie right into the program track that I have running roughly 9 feet down the layout. Now, to make it even more useful, right in this general area, I am going to use one of the Pike Stuff single bay engine houses. It's the one that has the open sides on it. Let me see if I can find a picture here, and I'll flash it up. Alright, now with that engine house, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it open on both ends so you can drive a locomotive in one end and out the other end. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make that a diesel emissions facility, testing facility for the locomotives. Now, here in my area we have the Norfolk Southern Juniata Locomotive Shops in Altoona, PA. And I got to tour that place one time. You'll find videos of that on my channel. But I got to tour that place, and they actually had an emissions testing area in there. I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And so I want to incorporate that into this layout. And I have the space to do it, mainly because some of my bench work doesn't follow exactly as the track plan. There is a little bit extra room here. So I'm going to put that right here, and what it would be is, as far as incorporated in the layout, that will be the emissions testing facility and kind of a test track for them. If they want to do some testing, then they have that long spur to do some testing on it, go back and check it out or whatever. But for my use, I will have it separated from the layout via a 4-pole double throw toggle switch. So when I'm not doing anything programming, I can use it for the purpose of the emissions testing. And whenever I want to program a locomotive or do some speed matching, I can throw the switch. It will separate it from the layout and be a dedicated program track. So that's my plan for that. I'm actually excited for that. Anyways, I decided to do that whenever I had the 2-inch track spacing, center track spacing for the yard tracks, and then when I realized that wasn't going to work, it kind of bummed me out, because I had my heart set on that program track and using it as a part of the layout with the emissions testing. Then whenever I thought I couldn't, I got disappointed, but then I thought about it for another day or two, and it hit me. I could still do it. What I did was, these two tracks are 2 3/8 center spacing, which is exactly what this track spacing is away from the main line. It's 2 3/8, and then another 2 3/8, and then I decided to make these ones and these ones, that's separated there by only 2-inch. That's 2-inch track centers there. But the nice thing about it, as we get up to the curve, since this ended right here, these as soon as they start entering the curve, they separate into 2 3/8 right about midpoint. So as they start opening up into the 2 3/8, from this point on, every track in the curve is centered 2 3/8. And as you can see, I still have some weight on this piece here that still needs to dry a little bit yet. But this is the other end of the yard. Now, all these turnouts are spaced at 2 3/8. So every yard track on this side is 2 3/8. So the only place it's 2-inch center is 2 of the tracks on the straight right here, and that still left me enough room to do that program track. So that's my plan going forward. I'm pretty excited about that. As soon as I get my flex track in, we'll finish the yard tracks, and then I need to drop the feeders and get some power to them. And yes, you see the gaps there with no ties. Just so no one's asked me, but just so you know, once I get my track laid, I will go back and put some ties in them areas before I paint the track. So I didn't forget about that. And then that's it for the yard area, and we'll finish that up as soon as I get the track, and then I'm going to start laying all the tracks leading into the engine facility and the yard lead. The yard lead comes off right here, and it will run 2 3/8 off of the main line, and it will follow the main line, 2 3/8 track centering spacing from the main line. And what that does, it will follow the main line all the way around to this. So that'll be my yard lead used for switching the yard. Alright, that's it. Short and sweet. I just wanted to get a quick update out to you guys, and I did lay the yard tracks. I worked on that last night and today, and up until I couldn't do anything more. So next time you see me, the yard tracks will be done, and hopefully I'll have that program track and everything in, all these tracks done. I think it'll look really cool, and I need to cut the foam out so I can drop my engine facility down in there and get that connected. But alright guys, thanks again. That's all there is for this video, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.